10 things you didn't know about Ethiopia's Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed Ali. Hello Explorers, welcome to another informative video presented to you by Explore, and thanks for watching. In this video, we shall dive into the life of one of Africa's youngest leaders, Ethiopia's Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed Ali, and present to you some lesser known but interesting facts about this amazing African politician. Abiy Ahmed Ali was born on the 15th of August 1976, being an Ethiopian politician, serving as the 10th Prime Minister of Ethiopia and the 4th Prime Minister of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia since the 2nd of April 2018. Before and after taking office as PM of Ethiopia, Abiy Ahmed had left many tongues wagging because of his principles and achievements. Even the current president of the free world had something to say about Abiy Ahmed. Stay to the end to know what Mr. Trump thinks about the Ethiopian PM. Despite his popularity, there are definitely some things about the good PM which are not of public knowledge, and hence in this video we will bring you 10 things you probably didn't know about Abiy Ahmed Ali. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. From his past to his present, his falls and conquests, here are 10 things you probably didn't know about Abiy Ahmed Ali. Number 1. He is an ex-military man. As a teenager and in the early 1991, he joined the armed struggle against the Marxist Leninist regime of Mengistu Haile Mariam after the death of his oldest brother. He did so as a member of Oromo Democratic Party, which at that time was a tiny organization of only around 200 fighters in the large coalition army of about 100,000 fighters, which resulted in the regime's fall later that year. After the fall of the Derg, he took formal military training from Assefa Brigade in West Wollega and was stationed there. Later on, he became a soldier in the now Ethiopian National Defense Force in 1993 and worked mostly in the intelligence and communications departments. In 1995, after the Rwandan genocide, he was deployed as a member of the United Nations Peacekeeping Force in Kigali, Rwanda. After fulfilling military service in 2008, Abiy was one of the co-founders of the Ethiopian Information Network Security Agency, where he worked in different positions. He has a great military career, attaining the rank of Lieutenant Colonel before deciding in 2010 to leave the military and his post as Deputy Director of INSA to become a politician. Number 2. He strongly believes in education. Abiy Ahmed Ali believes in continuous improvement through education, and he has set a shining example to what he preaches. While serving in the Ethiopian National Defense Forces, Abiy received his first degree, a bachelor's degree in computer engineering, from the Microlink Information Technology College in Addis Ababa in 2001. Abiy holds a Master of Arts in Transformational Leadership earned from the Business School at Greenwich University, London, in collaboration with the International Leadership Institute, Addis Ababa in 2011. He also holds a Masters of Business Administration from the Lodestar College of Management and Leadership in Addis Ababa. Abiy completed his Doctor of Philosophy work in 2017 at the Institute for Peace and Security Studies, Addis Ababa University. As a follow-up to his PhD thesis, he published a research article on the escalation strategies in the Horn of Africa in a special journal issue dedicated to the countering violent extremism. Number 3. He climbed the political ladder pretty fast. Abiy started his political career as a member of the Oromo Democratic Party, which was the ruling party in Oromia region since 1991, and also one of 4 coalition parties of the ruling coalition in Ethiopia, the EPRDF. In 2014, during his time in parliament, Abiy became the Director General of a new and in 2011 founded government research institute called Science and Technology Information Center. The following year, Abiy became an executive member of ODP. The same year, he was elected to the House of People's Representatives for a second term, this time for his home Woreda of Goma. Starting from 2015, Abiy became one of the central figures in the violent fight against illegal and grappling activities in Oromia region and especially around Addis Ababa. It was this fight against the land grabbing that finally boosted Abiy Ahmed's political career, bringing him into the spotlight and allowing him to climb the political ladder. In 2015, Abiy Ahmed also became the head of the Oromia Urban Development and Planning Office. As one of his duties in office, he took care of the 1 million displaced Oromia people displaced from the Somali region from the 2017 unrest. In early 2018, Abiy won the post of Prime Minister against opponent Lema Megersa. Number 4. Abiy Ahmed has been the most memorable Prime Minister of Ethiopia so far. On the 2nd of April 2018, Abiy was confirmed and sworn in by the Ethiopian Parliament as Prime Minister of Ethiopia. During his acceptance speech, he promised political reform to promote the unity of Ethiopia and unity among the peoples of Ethiopia, to reach out to the Eritrean government to resolve the ongoing Eritrean-Ethiopian border conflict after the Eritrean-Ethiopian War, and to also reach out to the political opposition inside-outside of Ethiopia. His acceptance speech sparked optimism and received an overwhelming positive reaction from the Ethiopian public, including the opposition groups inside and outside of Ethiopia. Following his speech, his popularity and support across the country reached a historical height, and some political observers argue that Abiy was overwhelmingly more popular than the ruling party coalition, the EPRDF. Not bad for the guy who was not even the most favored one in the first place. Number 5. He has achieved so much in a short time. Since taking office in April 2018, Abiy's government has made several reforms which have drawn both huge criticism from opposition as well as huge admiration from others. From releasing thousands of prisoners to pardoning of thousands of political prisoners from Ethiopian jails, including one of the most notorious political prisoner, Andagachu Tege. On the 29th of May, Gimbot's 7th leader, Andagachu Tege, facing the death penalty on terrorism charges, was released after being pardoned by President Mulatu Teshome, along with 575 other detainees. Shortly thereafter, Abiy took the unprecedented and previously unimaginable step of meeting Andagachu, who 24 hours previously had been on death row. He received him at his office, a move even critics of the ruling party termed bold and remarkable. On 30th May 2018, it was announced that the ruling party would amend the country's draconian anti-terrorism law, widely perceived as a tool of political repression. In 2018, to expand the free press in Ethiopia, Abiy invited exiled media outlets to return. Some opposition have considered him weak, but then your opinions just depend on which lenses you're looking through. Number 6. He is a religious man. Abiy is a devout Protestant, born of a Muslim father and Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church Christian mother. He was raised in a family of religious plurality. He, along with his entire family, are regular church attendees, and Abiy also occasionally ministers in preaching and teaching the gospel of Jesus Christ at the Ethiopian Full Gospel Believers Church. His wife, Zinash Tayachu, is also a devout Protestant Christian who ministers in her church as a gospel singer. Abiy frequently underscores the importance of faith, and as a result, almost all faith communities are enjoying greater liberality in his tenure. The four main state television stations, ETV Ethiopia, Walter TV, Addis TV, and Fana TV, have been airing religious services almost every day since the outbreak of COVID-19. Number 7. Economic reforms. Every country is strong depending on its economy, and Abiy Ahmed recognizes that, and hence, since taking office, he has set in motion plans to improve the country's economic state. His government sold shares in state-owned monopolies in telecommunications, aviation, electricity, and logistics sectors to while holding a majority shares in the firms, thereby retaining control of the commanding height of the economy. State-owned enterprises deemed less critical, including railway operators, sugar, industrial parks, hotels, and various manufacturing firms, may be fully privatized, which improved upon the country's foreign exchange. In June 2018, Abiy also announced that the government's intention to establish an Ethiopian stock exchange is tandem with the privatization of state-owned enterprises. As of 2015, Ethiopia was the largest country in the world in terms of both population and gross domestic product without a stock exchange. Number 8. He was attacked with a grenade. A large peaceful demonstration was organized in Addis Ababa at Meskel Square on 23 June 2018 to show support for the new Prime Minister. Just after Abiy had finished addressing the crowd, a grenade was thrown and landed just 17 meters away from where he and other top officials were sitting. 2 people were killed and over 165 were injured. Following the attack, 9 police officials were detained, including the Deputy Police Commissioner, Girma Kassa, who was fired immediately. Questions were asked as to how a police car carrying attackers got so close to the Prime Minister, and soon after the car was set alight, destroying evidence. After the attack, the Prime Minister addressed the nation on national TV unhurt by the blast and describing it as an unsuccessful attempt by forces who do not want to see Ethiopia united. On the same day, the Prime Minister made an unannounced visit to the Black Lion General Hospital to meet victims of the attack. Number 9. Cabinet Reshuffle. Abiy Ahmed has also focused on empowering women in the short time he has been in office. In the parliamentary session held on 16 October 2018, Abiy proposed to reduce the number of ministers from 28 to 20, with half of the cabinet positions for female ministers, a first in the history of the country. The new cabinet restructure included the first female president, Saleh Work Zewde, the first female minister of the Ministry of Defense, Aisha Mohammed Musa, and many more. For sticking with us to this point, we have a bonus point which we mentioned at the introduction. Number 10. He is 2019 Nobel Peace Prize winner, but Donald Trump thinks otherwise. The Norwegian Nobel Committee decided to award the Nobel Peace Prize for 2019 to Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed Ali for his efforts to achieve peace and international cooperation, and in particular for his decisive initiative to resolve the border conflict with neighboring Eritrea. The country was ravaged by a protracted conflict with its neighboring Eritrea over a disputed border area. An international arbitration commission ruled in favor of Eritrea in 2002, but the Ethiopian government refused to accept the ruling. After 16 years of no war, no peace between the two countries, Abiy Ahmed broke the deadlock and accepted the decision. In September 2008, he and Eritrean President Isaias Afwerki signed a historic peace agreement. Peace does not arise from the actions of one party alone. When Prime Minister Abiy reached out his hand, President Afwerki grasped it and helped to formalize the peace process between the two countries. In 2019, Ethiopia, a country with no tradition of free elections and democracy, was still racked by major internal conflicts. While the continent was busy congratulating the young hardworking Prime Minister, US President Donald Trump was busy throwing shade at the receiver. He seems to think that he was overlooked for the Nobel Peace Prize. I'm going to tell you about the Nobel Peace Prize. I'll tell you about that. I made a deal, I saved the country, and I just heard that the head of that country is now getting the Nobel Peace Prize for saving the country. I said, what? Did I have something to do with it? Yeah, but you know, that's the way it is. As long as we know that's all that matters. I saved a big war. I've saved a couple of them. A video clip of him talking to supporters at a campaign event in Toledo, Ohio, was shared on Twitter. Although he did not name the Nobel Peace Prize winner or the country, it is clear that Mr. Trump was referring to Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. Did Trump help broker peace between Ethiopia and Eritrea? Not really, given the US influence in the peace talks was minimal. The United Arab Emirates, which also had a lot of influence in the Horn of Africa, was key in helping to bring the two parties together, says the BBC's former Ethiopia correspondent Emmanuel Igunza. Where Mr. Trump gets his assertion will be revealed in time if there is any merit to it. There you have it, explorers. Those were 10 things you didn't know about Abiy Ahmed Ali. Thanks for watching this video, and if you did enjoy this video, do well to give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe and share with your friends.